Don't ignore this signs. Your partner is secretly cheating on you. Cheating can be both physical and emotional, and involves breaking the covert or overt boundaries of your relationship. Since cheating is cloaked in secrecy, the person is doing their best not to rouse suspicion in their partner. Cheating, also known as infidelity, is when a person in a monogamous, romantic relationship has an emotional or sexual relationship with someone else without their partner's consent. 1. Protectiveness with electronic devices. Partners engaged in infidelity often cheat over the internet, either on their computer or phone. If your partner is overly protective of their electronic devices or defensive about spending time on them, that might mean they don't want you to know who they're talking to. 2. They always seem stressed or irritable. When a cheater's energy is staunchly focused on not getting caught, they, understandably, may have trouble enjoying themselves in day-to-day tasks and activities. If your partner seems on edge, but work, home, family, and social lives seem stable, it may be worth investigating. 3. Their body language is odd. I always say this, but it's genuinely true. There is so much you can find out about a person from the way their body reacts around you. A person may lie to you, but their body language will almost always give them up. So, yes, that's how the majority of affairs get discovered. Try to talk to your partner about their behavior lately and pay close attention to their body language when you speak to them. If they get all nervous, touch their hair, or are unable to make or maintain eye contact with you, it's because they know you've caught them. 4. You can't reach them for hours, or even days sometimes. Is this normal? Has this ever happened before? If it's a new thing, you should see it as a huge red flag that they don't care about you enough. They're probably busy with someone else, and that's why they can't reply to your calls and texts. 5. Or they accuse you of the same thing. On the other hand, if your partner tried to shift the blame onto you and accuse you of being unfaithful, it may also be a sign they're indeed cheating on you. That blame shifting is simply their way of trying to defend themselves. It's also a form of manipulation. They want to make you feel bad and make you think that you're the one to blame for all the problems and issues in your relationship. 6. When you accuse them of being unfaithful, they remain silent. Have you ever confronted them with your doubts? What was their reaction when you told them you thought they were being unfaithful? If they didn't say a thing, if they didn't even try to defend themselves or deny your accusations, it's probably because they didn't have the guts to admit the truth, but also didn't want to lie to you. In other words, their silence means only one thing: your partner is cheating on you. 7. They spend too much time with that one friend of the opposite sex. Have you noticed that your partner has become overly close with a co-worker or friend of the opposite sex? Do they spend too much time together and text each other all the time? It's not definite, but it's a very good sign your SO is cheating on you with that person. Maybe they haven't done anything yet, but I think it's clear they like each other and that sooner or later they'll be together. It's still emotional cheating, and in my opinion, it's the worst type of cheating. 8. Friends seem uncomfortable around you with infidelity. You, the betrayed partner, are nearly always the last person to find out. The cheater's friends often know about the infidelity right from the start, and your own friends are likely to find out long before you do. This knowledge typically causes these individuals to feel uncomfortable around you. The cheater's friends might try to avoid you or to be overly nice to you. Your own friends may try to avoid conversations about your relationship, and they might overcompensate by being extra nice. 9. they become emotionally unavailable in the same vein. If your partner once shared their emotions, thoughts, and feelings with you at length but has suddenly stopped, or is offering empty answers when you ask how they are, it could be a good idea to put your feelers out for more signs on this list. 10. You just have a gut feeling. In general, if your gut, aka your intuition, is telling you something is wrong, it usually is. Our intuition is a superpower for survival that picks up on tiny clues or sensing when something feels off. So, if this warning bell is going off in your body, then pay attention. In a healthy relationship, your partner should listen and be understanding when you raise your concerns, and work with you to help ease your fears and feel more secure moving forward. Bottom line, if your partner is showing any of these signs, or things just don't feel right to you, it's perfectly acceptable to ask, "What's going on?" Mayer says, hopefully, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. 11. They're suddenly paying more attention to their appearance. Sometimes people decide to focus on their appearance as part of a New Year's resolution or choose to start a new fitness routine for health reasons, but they're usually pretty open about it. The reasons and timing must make sense. Coleman says, if your partner is suddenly wearing cologne or spending a lot of money on new clothes, and it was never their thing in the past, it's not unreasonable to inquire why. Coleman says, if their answer doesn't make sense, it should raise a red flag. 12. They don't speak about your future together anymore. In a relationship, it's normal to speak about the future in terms of we and us, which denotes that the two of you see each other staying together long term. It can definitely be concerning if you feel like your partner is checking out of the relationship, no longer making future plans, or talking about long-term intentions. This sign doesn't necessarily mean that there's infidelity going on, but it does mean it's time for a relationship talk so that you can see if you're still on the same page, working towards the same shared goals. 13. They're suddenly really critical of you. There's something called cognitive dissonance that's an uncomfortable state of inner anxiety and tension created when a person's attitude about something cheating is wrong is the opposite of what they're actually doing cheating. Anyway, to try to reduce that inner tension, they may try to justify their cheating by trying to convince themselves that you're the problem, and that can come out as being hypercritical of you out of nowhere. 14. They get defensive when you ask why certain things have changed. Relationships change and evolve, but this should be something you can talk about as a couple. If there is an innocent explanation for why some things have changed, there is no need for defensiveness. A cheater may answer a question with a question like, why do you ask? Or why is that important? Because they need more time to come up with an answer they can get away with, he says. 15. They stop engaging in their typical love language. If your partner used to plan date nights, once craved physical affection, or would always prioritize acts of service but has suddenly disengaged, it could be a red flag. 16. They accuse you of cheating. This is a weird but common habit of cheaters, and there are a few reasons for it. By making your alleged behavior the issue, it puts you on the defensive and takes the focus off of them. It can also make you less likely to speak up about things that seem off because you don't want to upset them, given that they're already worried that you're cheating. And it also gives them a reason to say they need time away to think, meet up with their lover. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. God bless.